are watching BBC News. A paper published in the medical journal The Lancet has highlighted what is known and not known about immunity after a person has been affected with coronavirus. Understanding the nature of immunity is key to developing successful treatments and vaccines, as well as helping governments decide on the way various lockdowns might be relaxed. Our science correspondent Rebecca Morell has been investigating.
It's the virus that's mobilised the world's scientists, and a major focus now is how the immune system responds to it, because understanding this could help us to stop Covid-19's spread. And the big question is, if you've had the virus, are you immune or can you catch it again? How does immunity work? The coronavirus is covered in spikes, which allow it to dock onto a structure on the surface of our cells. It's like a key opening up a lock so the virus can enter and infect the cell. To fight this off, we produce antibodies. These block the spike. It's like a cap covering the key. It means the virus can't get in and replicate, so eventually it's killed off. The antibodies, though, stick around. The idea is if the virus comes back, they can rally an immediate response. A small study revealed that monkeys who'd had the virus didn't catch it again a month later. For humans, though, there's still much we need to learn.
Early data is showing that there are antibodies being generated, but it's really important to follow up with more in-depth studies about whether these are the right kind, the neutralising antibodies, because those are the ones that can then give protection if there's enough of them and they last long enough.
Building up antibodies is just the first step. What scientists want to find out is how long any immunity lasts. Because Covid-19 is so new, scientists are having to look at the viruses it's related to.
From everything we know so far, it would be very hard for me to reassure you with any kind of certainty that if you've been exposed to the virus, you'll definitely have protective antibody in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years' time. So that makes it very hard to know, how we would mitigate against a second wave if it comes along there.
Coronavirus can affect people in different ways, but does the severity of symptoms alter immunity? Some people with Covid-19 are so ill they end up in intensive care, but others have very mild or even no symptoms. Scientists are trying to understand what difference this makes.
People who have got severely ill make a lot of antibody in general, and people who haven't got so severely ill make a lot less. What that means may be that people who've only had a mild infection might lose their immunity faster than others and might not be protected if the virus comes back.
Scientists say we need answers on immunity urgently to determine the next steps to take in the fight against Covid-19. Rebecca Morell, BBC News.
Just a reminder, plenty more on the pandemic, of course, as always on the website, bbc.com/news.